Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. This morning's topic is personal, but all my topics are personal because I believe that, if I'm sharing it with you, hopefully I'm eating from my own table. When I cook for my family, I eat. When I cook for my family, I eat. So, welcome this morning to family. If you don't know, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And one of the things that I always try to be is transparent and honest. So I will start today's message by saying I spent several years in an abusive relationship. The irony is that I was a national trainer and speaker around domestic violence prevention. And at the same time, I was living through the very thing that I was teaching other people how to get out of. I was working at a battered women's shelter while being a battered woman. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you, which is where this topic comes from today. Don't skip the process of receiving love. When you have been the victim, whether it's in an abusive relationship with a partner or spouse, or whether you've been in an abusive relationship with your family or with friends, it is very hard to lower the walls that go up as defense mechanisms. And so sometimes we're not open to receiving love from anybody, whether it's in a relationship, from family, or from friends. We don't have a space to do that. And we build these walls because they're safety for us. But what I know is that if you build a wall to keep people from getting in to hurt you, the same walls keep people from getting in to love you. So today, I want to talk about the process of receiving love. Whatever you do, don't skip the process, because no matter what someone else may or may not have said or done to you, you are worthy of receiving love. So that's where I wanted to start today. But before you can receive love, it requires healing. You've got to really understand that there's some brokennesses there. Many of us, we carry the wounds from childhood, from rejection, from betrayal, from disappointment. We carry them from friendships where betrayal has happened. We carry them from familial relationships where somebody told us we were not enough. We carry the brokennesses with us. And so before we can ever receive love, we've got to clear out the space, because before your heart can hold love, you got to make room for it. And the way you do it is you start to clear out all of the places that are broken, that are occupying space that no longer is worthy of the space that they're occupying. So we say we want love, but deep down, we don't believe that we deserve it, or that we secretly expect that it's going to hurt. So when love shows up, genuine, patient, kind love, oftentimes we push it away. But here's the truth: you can't receive what you don't think you're worthy of. So no matter what anyone has said to you, you are worthy of love. But your healing, y'all, it's not about pretending that the past didn't happen, or that it didn't exist, that your family didn't reject you, or that your partner wasn't abusive. It's not about pretending. It's about choosing not to let that past pain block your present blessings. I've been guilty. I confess, I've been guilty. So the first thing we got to do. Good morning, Miss Brown. Good morning, Toya. The very first thing we've got to do is we got to know that receiving love requires healing. So we got to first get some healing. Second, receiving love requires trust. Not only do you have to get some healing, y'all, love can't be a microwave thing. It takes time. It takes time to build love in friendships. It takes time to build love in relationships that are intimate. It takes time. One of the reasons I love God is that it didn't take any time. He showed up and gave me all the reasons up front why I could trust Him. And so I approach my love with God very differently than I do with relationships. But trust is a bridge that allows love to cross from somebody else's heart to yours. But y'all, that bridge isn't built overnight. If you rush that part of the process, or you avoid it altogether, I just want to jump into the relationship, you risk mistaking attention for affection and control for care. I missed some things because there were some brokennesses in me, and I mistook that person's attention for affection. And I absolutely thought that control was their version of love. and it messed me up. And I ended up in a relationship for 5 years that I should have only spent 5 minutes in. Learning to receive love means allowing yourself to be seen, flaws and all. Flaws. When you get me, you get all of me. You get my fears, you get my flaws. And guess what? I bring it at now, believing that even with all my flaws and all my fears and all my failures, I am still more than enough. That's scary, but real love lives where we can receive and give trust, right? And finally, receiving love requires openness. For me, this was the hardest one of the three, to open myself up after having been broken almost to the point of death. It was really hard to open me up for friendships, to open me up for familial relationships, because there are some times my family has broken me, if we're being honest, and I've broken them. If I'm being honest, I have broken other people. I have not always been, I don't believe in a survivor of like lack of love. I've been a perpetrator. And so when we can acknowledge that, it requires openness. And it means that you are ready to accept the gift of love. Sometimes love shows up in ways that we don't expect it to. There have been some people who came into my life and my walls immediately went up because I'm like, man, they can't be as good as they're purporting to be. But sometimes God sends it through patience and through community, and sometimes through silence. I like when people are silent, when folks are talking too much to me. I said, they doth protest too much. But being open means learning how to recognize love in its many forms and not rejecting it out of hand because it doesn't look the way that you imagine. The more open you are, the more you'll see the love is already around you. Openness turns ordinary moments into evidence that you are loved. That's what openness provides for us. So I don't know who needed this message today other than me. Sometimes, like I told you, I just came today to tell somebody that this message was for me because I needed to eat the food that I was cooking for you. And so today, if you don't already know it, it's important to know that there is a process to receiving love. And whatever you do, don't skip it. The first step is receiving love requires healing. Receiving love requires trust, and receiving love requires openness. So if you're someone who's built a wall because of past hurts, lower the wall, because the same wall that you build to keep people from getting in to hurt you keeps people from getting in to love you. I'm the amazing T Street. There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me. There's not in each and every one of you. So whatever you do, don't skip the process of receiving love. Go and have an amazing day and know that you are worthy of love. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Toya. And good morning, Miss Brown. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you.